Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I have a reading for my Capricorn friends. So if Capricorn is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or your Venus sign, there will very likely be a message here for you. Now this is a general reading, so everything I say will not apply to every person. Please don't try to force anything to fit. If it doesn't fit, then that is not your message, and that is completely normal. And there's no way that all the Capricorns watching could have exactly the same things going on. So just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Today I'm going to be using the Halloween Tarot by Kipling West. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to give you a message from a loved one in spirit from the Voice of the Soul's Oracle by Isabel Sturf. So you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned. This reading will be good for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Now, before I started your reading, I did a meditation, and some words and names and numbers and letters came through. So let me tell you what I've got. And these may be a confirmation for you, or they may be a message for you directly. Okay, so Capricorn, I got the name Wes. I got a lot of ducks and the word hunting. So if you're a duck hunter, this could be for you. I got the word soul, the number 8, the letter C, and the phrase pointing the finger. So if you are pointing the finger at someone else, or someone is pointing the finger at you, that's something that you really need to look into, and look into that in some depth to find out exactly what's going on, and is it right? Is it something that needs to continue, or something that needs to be resolved? All right, I got the number 3, the number 2, and then separately the number 23. So any of those numbers might have meaning for you as well. All right, friends, I would like you to take some deep breaths, relax, and focus on an issue that you'd like some clarity on. This could be a relationship. You're not sure where it's going or what to do. It could be a situation at work. Could be a situation at home. Whatever it is, focus on that and know that Spirit will give you a message. It may not be the one you want to hear, but it will be the one you need to hear. That one wants to come out, so we're going to leave him there. Okay, when cards pop out like that, it means they have a special message for you that may or may not be about the main reading, but it's something that Spirit wants you to know. All right, we're going to pull 3 cards, and first look at the deck card on the bottom. The 10 of Ghosts is the same as the 10 of Cups, and that means ultimate happiness. So what's on your mind right now is your idea of ultimate happiness. And of course, that's going to be different from every other person. So let's look here. So the card that popped out is the 8 of Pumpkins, which is the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is all about hard work. I had started this reading before, and my battery died, so I just went and started it again. But the 8 of Pumpkins is all about hard work, and a hard work card came out in that reading as well. So Capricorn, I have a feeling that you are a hard worker, and that is a good thing. Like, everyone appreciates you for your work ethic. So good for you, Capricorn. No one can say Capricorn's lazy. All right, we've got the Lovers, which also came out in the first one, the Knight of Ghosts, and the Ace of Bats. Okay, So the Lover's card is a major arcana card, and this is all about, it can be about a love relationship. It can be about a choice you have to make in a love relationship. But the fact that the Ten of Ghosts came out, and this Lover's card is telling me that if you are looking for love, you are soon going to find a person that you can possibly find your ultimate happiness with. Of course, there's going to be work involved, but that is not a problem for you, Capricorn, because you are a hard worker. And the Knight of Cups is someone on a mission to find love, someone on a mission to find happiness. And again, this is all going the same direction. Everybody's looking toward this way. Look here. This card, this lady is facing this way. This knight is facing this way. This hard worker is facing this way. And they're all facing the ultimate happiness card, the Ten of Ghosts. So between your being on the right path, you're working hard, you're going to meet this person who is going to bring you happiness and who you can share happiness with. You also got the Eight of Bats here, or the Ace of Bats, which is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is all about clarity. It is about communication. It is about intelligence and logic and reasoning and all of the things of the mind. So the Ace of Bats is encouraging you, wow, all of these things are very feel-good cards and lovey, emotionally great cards. Don't forget the logical side of life, because it also has a place. It has to have a place or you'll be unbalanced. So remember, communication is so important in all our relationships. Communication is important. Just using your head, thinking clearly, being clear on other people's thoughts, other people's communication. So again, I feel like a lot in this world of love, that you also need to keep a place for logic, clarity, and also communication. All right, let's pull some clarifiers. So we have the King of Bats, we have the Eight of Ghosts, we have the King of Ghosts, and that's it, but I feel the urge to pull one more. And we have the Seven of Ghosts. Okay. So when it comes to the Lover's card, you may be dealing with, or you may be the King of Bats. Now remember, we looked at the Ace of Bats here, and the King of Bats is sort of like, he embodies all of the of what I talked about for the Ace of Bats. So the King of Bats, this is it doesn't matter if you're male or female, this is masculine energy, but we all embody masculine and feminine energy at different times. So the King of Bats, or the King of Swords, is very logical. He cuts through the nonsense. He is all about honesty and what is right and loyalty. He is all of those things. And this is what Spirit is asking you to bring to your love relationship. Spirit is not saying be cold and everything. Just make sure you include these things. The good communication, the good everything that we talked about with the Ace of Bats, the good communication, the cutting through nonsense, the logic, and include that, make it a well-rounded relationship. And I believe that is what Spirit is telling you, that to make sure it's not all fantasy and ooey-gooey stuff, if you will. It is about also a well-rounded relationship, based in intelligent decisions and intelligent choices. Okay, so we have the Knight of Ghosts on search, on a mission for the for happiness and love, and the Eight of Ghosts is saying that you have left an unfulfilling relationship or an unfulfilling way of life to search for this happiness, to search for this love, and it's coming. It's coming. Now, the King of Ghosts is the King of Cups, which is the King of emotions. He is he is very emotional, and most of the time he is in control of his emotions. But he is here to balance out the King of Bats, so it doesn't get too logical. It doesn't get too, you know, straightforward and no nonsense, and it leaves room for emotion too. So these kings balance each other out very nicely. But that being said, they are both strong leaders, or they wouldn't be kings. So sometimes you're going to need to embody that strong masculine energy. And like I said, even if you are not male. Okay, we all have that. Okay, Seven of Ghosts is the Seven of Cups. And this is telling you that you have some choices to make. You need to look at them clearly. Again, use your King of Bats skills, not just your King of Ghosts skills. Do not let illusion influence your choices or your decisions, okay? So, you need to look at things closely without the rose-colored glasses, and you need to make wise choices that are going to lead to happiness for yourself and for your relationship or relationships. Okay, and the ultimate goal, of course, is ultimate happiness. Wow, Capricorn, that is like a really cool reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was very inspiring and helpful for you. All right, right now we're going to switch gears a little bit. I'm going to get a message for you from a loved one in spirit. So what I need for you to do, again, take some deep breaths. Focus on the person that you would like to hear from. They could be someone that passed recently, long ago, or even before you were born. But whoever you would like to receive a message from, focus on that individual. I can't guarantee that you will receive a message from that very person. It may be someone else, because whoever's pushing forward with the strongest message, that is the message that's going to come through. All right, Spirit, what is your message for Capricorn today? What is the message from a loved one for Capricorn today? What do they need to know, think about, consider, or keep in mind? Okay, the card is a message to pass on. All right. This loved one in spirit, the number is 42. So if that number pops up in the next few weeks, that's the confirmation of this message. You may start seeing it in different places, or the number 6, number 42 or number 6. In numerology, 42 reduces to 6. So the message to pass on is saying that one of your loved ones passed on a message to you either before they passed, or it came down through the generations, through your parents, grandparents. But there was a very strong message from an ancestor or a past loved one. And this message was passed to you for a very important reason. This message was passed to you so that you could pass it on. So you could pass it on to the people who come after you. And so you could just pass it on in general by the way you live, the way you speak, and the legacy you leave behind. Whatever that message is that they gave to you in some way is very, very important for your family, for your family's future, their family's future, and for the world, really. So you may be thinking, I don't know what that message is. Think about it. Talk to family members. If you don't know, you may know. And this isn't necessarily a message in words. This could be a message that they passed on in the way they lived, in the legacy they left you. These are all messages, and whatever message you receive from them is the message you are meant to pass on. Okay, Capricorn, that was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. I hope it was helpful. I want to thank you for being with me today. I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. If Capricorn is your sun sign, please don't forget to check out the readings for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, because they will all have important things to share with you. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.